Hi guys, welcome to my channel. So today what we'll do, we'll just discuss one real-time task so that you'll get to know how and things will go, I mean in the real time. Okay, first I'll do one thing. I have created already one new solution and new project for you guys. Okay, first we'll just check the requirement, what exactly the requirement is, and I'll tell you how that can be done. Okay, so that you'll get to know how exactly the real time task will be there. And let's go ahead. Okay, so first we'll do one thing. I'm just opening this front end and I'll show you the requirement. Meanwhile, I'll change the company. Okay, so let me just refresh it. After that, I'll show you. Okay, that is open, right? So what we have to do now is uh, go to the particular module. It's a credit and collections module. Okay, after going to the credit and collections module, in the collections, okay, you'll be able to see the aged balance. Okay, so let's wait for that. Okay, after this you can open any particular record here. Okay, let me just open any. Okay, this record. Okay, you can open any record that you need. Okay, so after opening this record, what we'll do is, so there will be one button called as a change status. Okay, if you click on this button, you'll be able to see one more form here, and in this form there is a one field called as a reason code. Okay, we have to just make that it as a mandatory field. Okay, so how we have to make this as a mandatory field, we have to check. So the path is, see, whatever the path may be, so you have to get to know what we have to do here in this reason code. Okay, so first you just right click form information, you have to check because we have to make some changes to this reason code, right? So what we have to do, so this is a requirement. Actually, I'm telling you once again. First we have to go to the credit and collections, and after that credit and collection you'll be able to see aged balance. Okay, so in this aged balance, if you open aged balance, you'll be getting all the records. You can open any record that you want, and in the open transactions tab, you'll be able to see the change status. Okay, if you click on the change status, you'll be able to navigate to the other screen, other form, that is set the transaction status, and you have to make this reason code as a mandatory field. Okay, so this is the task actually. So how you make this as a mandatory field, so you have to check now. Okay, so if it is not the standard form or standard table, directly we can make it as a mandatory to yes property, right? But there is no mandatory to yes property because we can't do, as it is the standard one, we can't do directly, right? So this is, so what you have to do is just go to this particular form first. What is the form name? Cust collections set transaction status, right? So first you go to this form. Okay, how we have to navigate to the form? First we have to check with the application explorer. Okay, and you have to see there, I have already told you there will be two views. If you have not seen my videos, you can go and check. Okay, here what we have to do is, we have to search for that particular form. Okay, cust collection set transaction status. Okay, so after this what we have to do is, so there is a form already, and just right click and create extension. Okay, because overlaying concept is not used here in D365 as we have used in AX 2012. So just click on create extension. So the form has been added, right? So what we have to do now is, we have to check. First we'll open this form. Okay, uh, I'll just open the form and I'll show you where exactly this field is. What's the field name? Oh, sorry, not this. What's the field name? The reason code, right? Okay, fine. Okay, so if you do not know, you can search from here. Reason code. Okay, yeah, this is the reason code. If you are not sure, you can see it here in the below. So as you can see, this is the reason code. So this is the so now this is the field that you have to make this as a mandatory. I want to check the properties once. Let's check the properties. Right click. Give me a moment, please. Actually, it is struck. Okay, so click on properties. So what I want to show here is let me elaborate this. Okay, so there is a mandatory property, okay, to know, but here this is this will be disabled because as this is a standard one, right? So this is a standard one, as we cannot edit anything, we cannot do any modifications to the existing objects. So what you have to do now in this case, because there is no mandatory I mean there is no we can't do with this fields, right? Directly we can't do with this fields. So what is the alternate solution? So there will be two alternate solutions here. One is by using a event handler that you can do this stuff, or by using the COC. It's a chain of commands concept. Okay, because we if you want to extend anything, if you want to extend the existing properties, I mean if you want to do modifications to the existing properties, we have to definitely use this COC or event handlers. Okay, so this is a concept. So event handlers means see here, we don't have here a proper event handler to write this I mean in this reason code. Okay, because on entering to the form, I mean on just clicking the change status button, when we are able to let me wait. Okay, fine. So when you open this form directly, you have to able to see this is the mandatory field, right? So for this particular thing, we don't have a proper mandatory field. On enter means if you are trying to enter at that time, you will be able to see it is a mandatory. But when we are trying to open the form, there is no a proper event for this. So that's the reason what I'm doing is I want to write now in the by using chain of commands. Okay, by using chain of commands, if you write how the data will be reflected, now we'll just see. Okay, I'm closing this form for now, and I want to create now new class. Okay, let me create one new class. Code class. So for this, make mandatory field. Okay, so you have to give a proper name so that that will be makes better to understand to others as well. If anyone just see your code, they have to understand right? So let it open. Okay, this class has been opened. So what you have to do exactly now here? So we have to write a COC. So how we write the COC? See, if you do not know how to write the COC, I think I have not explained this on a before earlier session. If anyone is willing to take trainings, I can provide everything about COC, event handlers and everything. So if you are interested, you can kindly mail me to knowledge36@gmail.com. Okay. So how to write the COC means I'm writing directly the COC. Okay, we have to write extension of, okay, so form str. So why we are using form str means as we are taking it as a form, right? We are taking this as a form str of, we have to give the form name. So what is the form name? Cust collections, I think so. Yeah, cust collection set. Okay, it came cust collection set transaction status, right? So just close this. Okay, now what we have to do is we have to make this as a final class, because why we have to make this as a final class means no one will extend this. If you want to extend this class again, no one, we can't extend. So that's the reason we have to make this as a final class. Okay, and after that what you have to do is underscore extension. So this is also important, extension. So we have to give underscore extension, and you have to write the code for the how to make this as a mandatory. Okay, so what you have to do is first, so when if what is the method that is called when you open the form? Init method is called when you are trying to open the form. So I have to write now in the init method. Okay, void init. Alright, so after this what you have to do is open brace, just close brace, and what you'll do is now you have to use the next keyword, because we are calling this init method. So init, sorry, init. Okay, the same school. And next init method we have to write. So after this what you have to do is we have to initialize the form control. Okay, form string control. So you have to give a buffer. So for buffer also you have to give a very understandable name, so that it would be better. And this dot, what is the field name? Reason, right? So reason. And now we have to just copy this buffer. Okay, so let me copy this buffer. So paste this. Now dot, so we have to make the field as mandatory, right? So just keep it as a mandatory. Okay, so now no yes, so we have to keep it as yes, right? That's it. There is like very less code for this, so just save it. Okay, just save it and build it. After build, we'll just check. We'll just go to the front end and refresh our page, and we'll check. Okay, so let's see. The validation is completed. Okay, okay, as usual it will take some time to build it. Let's wait for it. Okay, there are two errors. Let's see what exactly the errors is. Okay, so the name, okay, fine. So have you understood why this error came? Because I'll tell you. Okay, I have opened this and I have made this class as a final and underscore extension, but in my class name there is no extension, right? I mean, I have didn't mention any extension, so that's the reason I have got the error. So what you have to do is, you have, it should be the same like, what is the class name now? Rm underscore make mandatory field underscore extension, right? So for the class name also you have to give the same underscore extension. So was okay, underscore extension, this is mandatory, you have to give underscore extension. Okay, okay, fine, now that looks cool. You'll we will not get any errors. So now I'm building the building my solution. Let's see if we get any errors. Okay, let's see. I'm just closing this and saving this, and I'll build once again. Let me build it once again. Okay. Oh, let me build this particular project. Build. Okay. So after building it, let's make see the changes. Okay. Let's see. So after build, the same. Okay. Let me close this. Okay, so now we'll open any record. So we'll open any different record now. Okay, we'll open the second record. Okay, and what we have to see, we have to see it as mandatory field. Okay, in the open transactions you have to check this change status, and now the reason code is mandatory. So it is very easy to make the field as a mandatory if you have the standard. I mean, if you have a standard objects, you have to make this as a mandatory field. Okay, in this way you can make this as a mandatory field. So this is one of the real-time task that people got, and I want to share with you guys. If you have any doubts, please feel free to comment it the below in the comment section, so that I'll understand so what exactly that you have struck. Okay, so thank you so much for, if you want to take any trainings, you can feel free to directly mail me on knowledge36@gmail.com. Thank you guys.